You get him!
Got him! Destroyed.
Okay, so it looks like we're having a normal match with switching off, and although normal, it is a Metronome match, so each Pokemon will have Metronome as each one of its moves with about 255 power points instead of 10. On the blue team, we have Froslass, Politoed, and Wailord.
And on the red team, it's Mawile, Mr. Mime, and Jynx.
These are some pretty aesthetically pleasing team matchups. I kind of like it.
Yeah, Mawile and Froslass are both considered to be OP, and they're on different teams, so that's good.
That is true.
And also
personally, oh, I'm sorry. You keep talking, I'll finish.
Okay. I was also going to say that there are 2 water types on the blue team and 2 psychic types on the red team.
Yeah, I found that pretty interesting that there were 2 of each types on the other team. There's only 1 minute and 50, or around 50 seconds left in this betting period. Still plenty of time to get your bets in, so don't worry too much right now. No need to rush.
Speaking of aesthetically pleasing, this gate music though.
Yeah, I always like the black and white music. Out of most of the games, it's pretty different. Considering the older games were still on older systems, so their music wasn't quite as realistic feeling. Like, you know how X and Y and Sun and Moon and Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby feel like their music is like played by real live instruments.
Yeah.
That's what it kind of feels like with most of the songs, I think, in Gen 5.
Yeah, I think Gen 5 music is still digital, but it's a lot more, I guess as you said, realistic. I just love Gen 5 in general. I can talk about those games all day.
Personally, not really one of my favorites, actually.
Aww.
Not that I don't like them. I like all the regions, but it's just not my favorite.
Alright, that's respectable.
Only 30 seconds left in this betting period. The music has started to get more serious. It is asking you, it is fashionable, or it is telling you rather, because The World Ends With You on the DS from 2008 knows that it is fashionable.
One of my favorite games. Too bad most of the music is not fitting for Twitch Plays Pokemon.
Unfortunately. Now it looks like this betting period is over and the game will begin.
Yeehaw! Nothing like taming the cattle around this here volcano.
And it looks like the blue team will be leading out with their Wailord and the red team will be leading out with their Mawile, and then this hot volcano arena. The red team will move first now, going for a Metronome as Mawile shakes its little finger and uses Air Slash.
Ooh, Air Slash going to deal a lot of damage to that bulky Wailord. Going to go for a flinch, possibly? It does not get it. I don't know where that cotton's coming from, but it doesn't work on Mawile. Wailord loses its first turn.
Ooh, and now Mawile will return with another Metronome. Hopefully going for another offensive move. It goes for Grudge. Wailord will return with its own Metronome. I don't know what it is waggling since it has no fingers, and will go for an Acid Armor.
Ooh, gonna boost its defense by 2 stages here. That's gonna help in the long run, especially since it's still really healthy right now.
Mawile returning again with another Metronome. It looks to be using Mach Punch now. A light hit on the Wailord, but still a hit nonetheless.
2 is better than 0.
Yes, says Wailord, as it goes for Healing Wish, which will take it out and send out Politoed instead. Sorry, blue team, you just got the Healing Wish.
So much for that defense.
The wish came true, but unfortunately Politoed already had full health. Now Politoed will move first in this matchup, going for another Metronome, and it seems to use Swagger. Look at all that swagger, Fennekin.
Swag! 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 Swag!
Ooh, Mawile is confused this turn, and it looks like it will get off the move, though, going for another Metronome. This turn it will be Hypnosis, which will land and put the Politoed to a sleep. Sweet sleep. Yes. And it also seems to be putting Fennekin a little bit to sleep.
I'll make it.
Ooh, Politoed is asleep, and Mawile is confused, but it does manage to get another attack off this turn, going for a Metronome and using Mud Slap. A light hit, but it will lower the accuracy of Politoed.
I don't think Politoed's going to be hitting a lot of things in its sleep anyway.
Politoed moves first, and it does wake up this turn, going for a Metronome.
Spoke too soon.
Ooh, and it looks to use Grass Knot, but unfortunately it will miss. Mawile is confused yet again this turn, and she goes for another Metronome, actually getting it off. And it looks like it'll be a Dragon Rage. A guaranteed 40 damage.
Dada man!
Politoed will move first again in this Metronome, shanking its little cute fingers and going for a Frenzy Plant.
Ready!
Fortunately not very effective, but it was an impressive move nonetheless.
And Mawile hits itself with Confusion, boosting its attack from that Swagger.
Ooh, Politoed must recharge this turn, and Mawile will snap out of Confusion, so it will get off its Metronome. And it looks like this Metronome will be Water Spout.
Not a lot of damage.
But
Mawile's at half health, and that Politoed's a water type, so...
Yeah. Politoed will use Metronome this round, not having to recharge anymore. Looks to get off a Haze.
Swag. Swag.
I can't believe Politoed is hazing Mawile.
Oh, how terrible.
Ooh, but Mawile does not care and goes for a cut, which will do some night damage on the Froggy. Politoed goes again for yet another Metronome, and this turn uses Bone Meringue. Super effective on the Steel type, and it came back around as Fennekin said. And what did it do, Fennekin?
It knocked out Mawile.
And yet it did. It did knock out the Mawile. Now the blue team and the red team are neck and neck with 2 Pokemon in each team, but the blue team seems to be at a slight disadvantage with only having half health. Mr. Mime will move first here, going for a Metronome, and he will use Thrash! Thrashing around.
More like rage! More anger!
He seems like he likes rock music.
Yeah.
Ooh, Politoed will go for the Nasty Plot, which will raise its special attack by two stages. Mr. Mime will go for another Thrash this turn and will take out the Politoed with a critical hit.
Crit mattered. Grood did not pay off for Politoed, unfortunately.
But it seems like now Mr. Mime will become confused due to fatigue and will not get off that third Thrash. Which, either way, wouldn't have hit the Froslass because of its ghost typing.
Yeah, it saves itself from losing a turn.
Mr. Mime is confused now and looks like it will not land an attack, just barely hitting itself. Froslass went for a Kinesis there, lowering the Mr. Mime's accuracy by 1 stage.
Do you think Mr. Mime pretended to hit itself because it's a mime?
And then yet again, it did the same thing.
Good. He's a master of his craft.
Ooh, and it looks like Froslass will get off a super effective False Swipe. Not very much damage due to its low base damage, but still a super effective attack. Mr. Mime is still confused, will not hit itself this turn, finally gaining control of its life and using Metronome, which will be a Sandstorm.
Hey, I get it. It's super effective because false swipe is where you're pretending to swipe it, and it's a mime. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, and now Froslass used Sacred Fire. Wow, and it almost took out Mr. Mime. That false swipe was very false, alluding to the Froslass's true power. Mr. Mime unfortunately will take itself out with the Sandstorm it conjured.
How ironic.
Yet again, the blue and the red team are at neck-and-neck battle right now, with both being at pretty much full health. Looks like Jynx will move first in this matchup, going for a Metronome. And it looks like it'll be Headbutt, but unfortunately, Headbutt is a normal type move.
More like a head go through the okay.
Head go through the ghost, and the ghost uses Discharge, which will do some moderate damage on the Jynx.
Ooh, and it paralyzes Jynx. That Jynx, it might have been a speed tie, but so far Jynx has outsped Froslass, so that paralysis is going to come in handy for the blue team.
Yes, now the blue team will get to move first, guaranteed because of that paralysis, and it will use Metronome again. This time going for Cotton Spore.
This time it worked. It took Wailord's example and made it happen.
Jynx waggles its long, elegant fingers and uses Aurora Beam, which will unfortunately not be very effective. It doesn't seem like the red team is getting very much good attacks right now.
The Jynx just wanted to show who's the superior ice type.
That is true. I can understand being in that position, especially when people say Froslass is better than you. Now it looks like Froslass will move yet again, going for another Metronome, and this turn we'll use Focus Blast.
Uh-oh, busted!
Almost taking out the Jynx, which is just barely hanging on by a thread, and unfortunately is paralyzed fully this turn. Jynx only has 16 health now, and it looks like the red team might be in for it. Froslass's Metronome turns out to be Silver Wind, which
it'll blow away that Sandstorm
will be
and
enough
blow
to
away
take out the Jynx once and for all.
Yeah, blew away the Sandstorm and blew away the last of Jynx's health. Congratulations to the blue team. Enjoy the 105% payout.
This is a very nice victory song the blue team gets to rejoice to.
Very relaxing, yeah. Kinda sounds like a song that you'd come home to after a very long day of work, and also if you live in a castle.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. A very kingly song. Now we're back in Pokemon Ash Gray. I'm not sure what route we're on, but sounds like one of the earlier routes by the music we're listening to, so I'm gonna assume it's one of those.
It's probably Route 1.
Seems like most inputs seem to be on right, which is a good choice in my opinion.
Right is right. That's the right input.
Right is right.
But select is even more right. Join the select sect today, everybody!
If you do not join the select sect, you will get wrecked. Well, you did not hear that from the commentators.
Yes, as commentators, we must be politically neutral.
Congratulations on whoever earned that token, and now we are in our next matchup, where it looks like we will be having another normal type match with switching on.
Oh boy. Oh.
I love this cat's music.
This song, huh? Okay. If you insist.
It seems like this matchup on the blue team will have Tentacool, Exploud, and Venonat.
And on the red team, it's Stunky, Pineco, and Registeel.
Psst, Twitch chat. You shouldn't have played this song. Venonat doesn't really
Don't
What?
mind
find me, I'm okay. I'll live.
Oh, you're okay? Good. And I'll get you a little blanket and you could be all cozy and happy.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
It really helps ease the pain.
2 minutes or 1 minute and 56 seconds left in this betting period, guys.
Only 1 minute and 20 seconds left of this song.
And soon the song will be over, and it seems like the red team has the overdog team right now with 13% payout, and the blue team is the underdogs with the 292% payout or 302% payout.
I don't know why everyone keeps betting on the red team. Everyone knows that Reggie's a real tryhard.
Yes, that is indeed. We do have one of the tryhard Pokemon on the red team.
Not just any tryhard, he's a standard tryhard. It even says so right there on the label, set standard.
Yeah, he's just a standard tryhard. He's not even special.
Disgusting!
I'm tired of these standard set Pokemon in our games. They are just so fake.
You need to remove the gender standard. I don't know.
The gender standard. Registeel does not have a gender. Is this a conspiracy?
Registeel is an example. Good for you, Registeel. I'm rooting for you.
Oh, and it looks like finally the cat song is over, and now we're listening to the Pokemon registration theme from Pokemon Stadium 2. Only 20 seconds left in this betting period. Please hurry in and get your bets in. If you do not bet, that's okay. I understand not wanting to lose your Poké-N, but if you do bet, then good luck.
They're all dead!
Guys, please help me. Kid's losing control, guys. Please, he needs help. Are you having a good joke, buddy? Please help. He needs help. Somebody.
Hey, look, a battle!
Oh yes, now we're in the Magma Coliseum.
Again.
The blue team will send out its Venonat against the red team's Stunky.
Ugh. Smelly.
Stunky.
Yee.
Looks like Stunky will move first and show off its swagger to that Venonat, making it angry and also slightly confused.
I'm glad that Stunky is comfortable with itself. Don't let other people judge you, Stunky.
Stunky will get off the first hit, showing that it is not a force to be reckoned with. And it will get off another hit using Punishment.
Ooh, Punishment dealing a lot of damage since Venonat's attack is boosted with Swagger.
Ooh, Venonat will snap out of confusion though and go for a Baton Pass.
Ooh.
Baton Pass.
Tactical. Blue team's gonna try turning that attack boost to their advantage.
Sending out the Exploud, the blue team is looking to get off massive damage.
I think you mean
Exploud!
Yeah, that one. Exploud. He's exploding. Stunky will go for another punishment. It'll do some good damage, but not as much as before. And Exploud will follow up with an Icy Wind. Icy Wind does some light damage, but that's okay. Ooh, Exploud will move first now because of Stunky's lowered speed and use Stomp. With its +2 attack, this will do some massive damage and take out the Stunky.
Aftermath hurts
Exploud!
a little bit, but it's not a huge problem.
Pineco is sent out now against this Exploud with only 127 HP out of its 342, where it looks like it will move first though this turn, and with that +2 attack it will stomp on that stupid Pinecone, maybe not hurt its foot so much as do damage to the Pinecone. And Pineco will use Gyro Ball, and Gyro Ball will take out Exploud.
It was a good fight.
Exploud!
Took out almost 2 Pokemon.
And it looks like the blue team will send back out their Venonat against the Pineco. Both have very low health, so it just depends on who gets the first attack, I suppose.
Ooh, Venonat tries sleeping in. Interesting choice since it has such low health. And Pineco goes kapow!
Pineco says, "Goodbye, world, Allahu Akbar," and goes goodbye. As Demon Lord Zul said, the red team must kapow for honor.
Mark Star, to answer your question, I believe it's pronounced GIF.
Now the two teams are neck and neck, quite literally. But neither Pokemon has a neck, so maybe not quite so literally, but there is only one Pokemon left on either team. Tentacool will move first in this matchup, going for a Supersonic, but unfortunately it will miss. And Registeel will follow it up with a super effective Thunderbolt, which will do some... I thought it was going to be a lot, but it was just a pretty decent amount of damage.
Tentacool has a really good special defense stat, so it can take a couple hits.
Ooh, and Tentacool will follow up with a Hydro Pump, which does just about the same amount of damage. Red seems to have a good idea staying on Thunderbolt now, trying to go for a quick and easy defeat on the Tentacool as it now only has 48 HP left.
Tentacool's going to need some confusion hacks here, or a critical hit, but it goes for confusion.
Luckily it will land this turn, and hopefully Registeel will hit itself.
Jeez, what a tryhard.
Good thing I don't have the commentator's curse right now.
Yeah.
Tentacool will go for another Hydro Pump. Registeel is now at about a quarter of health, and still confused. But it looks like it will hit Thunderbolt this turn, and that will be the end of Tentacool.
Well, good job, Tentacool. You really tried hard there. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough, as Red Team takes home a 35% payout.
And they also take home their tryhard.
Yep. Good for them. They really deserved it. They tried really hard, and they got the honor with the kapow.
Yeah, I really liked that For Honor kapow. That was really nice.
Very honorable.
It's like Super Smash Brothers, For Honor.
Yeah.
That's my joke. And now we're back in Pokemon Ash Gray. Back on this little route, on a little path. And most people still want to go down this little path so far. There's only one token in the token pool, which isn't very much, but it's still a token, and you always have the chance to win it, no matter what input you put. So you could even put down if you wanted to. Be a rebel. Everyone corrected me saying it's for glory. Listen, I don't play fighting games. I'm not smart. I don't even know how to do an upbeat.
Look, if you're having a disagreement, just settle it in Smash. All right?
Yeah, I can play Super Smash